Hiya, students. You see, you go to the science building and it ain't there anymore. And you go down to the gym to get in shape for tonight's riot. Open up your locker and there's the dean hiding. And you got a date with your girlfriend, but she's all tied up. She chained herself to the front gate and keeps screaming, "Come on, you mothers, try and get in." And the cafeteria special today is tear gas soup. And you flunk civilization, pull a gun on your teacher, and he gives you a good mark. And there's a seminar in the botany class on grass, and over 1,000 students walked in and flew out. Is that what's got your temples throbbing in unison, cousin?
Well, lift your head up high and take a run up the side of the library if it's still there. You show those old Esperanto majors. You show that wise guy history professor with the shoulder holster. You show them all. Remember, he who gets hit in the left ear with a club hears through the right side of his mouth.
Hey there, booby. You say you participate in a sit-in in the lab and get a white rabbit up your bell-bottoms? And you're halfway through a London broil at a student restaurant and almost choked to death on a buffalo nostril? And your date blew her mind last night and had a portrait of Allen Ginsberg tattooed on her chest? And you pass out of the victory celebration and wake up 4 days later as a topless waitress in Max's Kansas City? And you attend a rally of militants and get carried out in a shopping bag? And your roommate, the extremist, got all riled up over the Far East situation and wrecked the takeout counter at the House of Chan? And your fraternity brother, Orville, who's always been a little strange, was picked up on Times Square for loitering in front of a 50-foot Frankfurter? And you just flunked golf. And they're holding a seminar called The Pill, Pot, and Portnoy's Complaint with guest lecturer Oral Roberts. And they're charging $10 a head. Is that what's keeping you awake during philosophy, friend?
Well, nurture those sideburns. Don't open your mouth too wide. You get a Molotov cocktail down at 2 points. Stay away from those goalposts. Tear down the auditorium. Remember, she who walks into the zoology class in a raccoon coat gets mounted.
Hey there, America's future. You see, you go to a dentist in the East Village, he chains you to the chair, gives you a shot of LSD, and whips the tartar off your teeth. And the dean of the music school is in the hospital. He tried to make a citizen's arrest of Frank Zappa. And you organize a monster protest rally in the sheep meadow, and the only ones who show up are you, your chick, and the 1st Division of the National Guard. And you see your date fixing her beads in the mirror. You kiss her on the neck and find out it's Dr. Timothy Leary. And it's Peruvian week in the cafeteria, and you get sick on a bad armadillo. And someone lines up a real swinger for you, and it turns out to be your mother. And the cops are chasing you. You belt down a quart of prune juice and do the mile in 3 minutes flat. Does all this seem to raise some doubt in your father's mind about springing for the next 2 years, Flippo?
Well, let's hear it for that bullfighting course by Ava Gardner. Everybody blows his own kazoo. Your turn will come. After your doctors, you'll get your master's. After your master's, you'll get your PhD. After your PhD, you'll get yours. Remember, he who walks alone through the night better carry a baseball bat. If every dog had his day, there wouldn't be a tree left in Jersey. And above all, it may be the age of Aquarius, but in our frat house, it's Ramses all year round.
Hiya, dropouts. You say you tried out for the football team to toughen up and you got injured in a huddle? And you could swear the dean's wife is making a play for you? She's 65. So you smile back and now you're an exchange student in Nairobi? And your roommates in the intensive care unit in Bellevue He wore a Wallace button to a Joan Baez concert. And they ask you to attend graduation in a cap and gown, and you show up in a beanie and a dress, and you get a job after school in Greenwich Village in a leather shop called Whips of All Nations. Does all this seem to bring back those hiccups, cousin?
Well, lift your head up high and take a spritz in the face. Flaunt a pair of sandals that spell sissy. Strut, strut, strut. Remember, he who follows in his father's footsteps stands right in back of him at the unemployment insurance office.
Hey there, phys ed major. You say you had your nose fixed and it's bigger now? And that sexy co-ed, the one who's majoring in anthropology, just eloped with a baboon? And you just got high on a barrage of mace? And they fired that way-out genetics professor for his special seminar entitled Weightlifting as the Key to Birth Control? And you're studying to be a veterinarian because that's the only course still in session, and the first day you caught a twitch from a nervous whippet? And your girlfriend, the karate major, went around knocking on doors for charity and destroyed a housing project? And you get caught in a raid on a campus love-in, jump into the nearest Foot Locker, and there's John Lennon and Yoko doing their thing? And your frat brother, the practical joker, had a narrow escape at the Toledo Zoo. He fed a barrel of figs to a bull elephant and then couldn't find a cab? Is that what's turning your eyebrows prematurely gray, Booby?
Well, pull in that gut and whip out that chest, and I mean whip it out. Keep away from that sheep dip, that's for sheep. Try the trough. Remember, if at first you don't succeed, give up.
Hey there, rah-rah. You say eat some tuna fish salad in the college cafeteria and your arms are turning royal blue? And they picked up your friend Herman under a grating on campus with a surplus aerial camera? And you just got caught in a panty raid at Annapolis? And you hear a strange hissing sound like outside the frat house door. You rush in and there's 5 members of the Karl Marx Club sipping tea from saucers. And you walk into abnormal psychology naked as a protest, and the professor's been sending you flowers ever since. And Fat Bessie, the house mother who loves to eat, was arrested for hijacking a Chicken Delight delivery truck. And you flunked your finals in lion taming. The big one ate your whip. Is that what's taking the yay out of yay team today, Ace?
Well, pull that gas mask down tight and take a walk in the sun with that dignity and stick-to-itiveness. You show those thinks over 21. Are you a man or a mouse? Squeak, squeak. Remember, he who talks straight from the shoulder must have an enormous mouth.